All right, listen, let's get to the subject. Let's get immediately to the topic. Politics is the topic today. Revenge or justice? We've got to ask ourselves, when they say know your enemy, if you're going to fight a war, you've got to know your enemy. Who are you fighting? When you're fighting an enemy and you rush off into the bushes, into ambushes, and your boys are going down at a rate of knots, America losing 20 a week, 2,000 a week injured, like Vietnam. It's as bad, if not worse, than Vietnam. Because these people are not even covering up the facts. The mob up in Canberra don't even know why we're in Iraq. They keep changing it so much they forgot. And it wasn't war for oil. I'm not quite sure, because I'm more convinced now that it's all about control and manipulation for exploitation, for the purposes of controlling the people so that they can suppress their own fears about the future. The defeatist United States have already given up on the future. They've already surrendered any right to leadership. They've given up on the...
They're smoking too much crystal meth.
They've given up on the real issues. The real war is for survival on our planet. The long-term view, picture, scene, vision. I call it a vision, because if you haven't got the vision of equality and justice for all men, no matter what their race or caste or religion or their colour or their past or their criminal record, or whether they smoke dope or inject something, they shouldn't be victimised and marginalised and mad and enraged until they're locked in jail, like in America where they keep 20% mainly black people in jail forever.
There's 2 million...
Forever! Not to be forgiven and rehabilitated. You never hear the word rehabilitated in America.
2 million people in America in jail. 2 million.
2 million people, and these swine are claiming to be Christians who turn the other cheek. It's judgment day for all of us, and you're judged by your works. You're judged by the way you treat your environment. How many people have planted a tree? Be serious. Planted one tree. How many of you have shed a tear for a farmer who's hung himself? Strange fruit indeed when your people are out there hanging themselves at a rate of 4 a week. You bush people, your heritage of your country, they don't respect their environment because they're not connected. Can they be leaders when they don't see justice and equality as a reality, for the foundation, for a promised land, for a future for this human species? We're not race, and we're not class, and we're not education, background, or upbringing. We are what we are as people and what we produce. If you're producing a great mountain of excreta, then that's what you've got to accept as your judgment. But if you said sometime in your life, you said, and not at the moment when you've died, if you're lucky enough, there was a man the other day I saw on TV. He's got cancer, he's been given 2 months to live, he's not regretful, he's not bitter. He's saying, I've been given a great opportunity to overcome my inferiorities and my anxieties to make speeches, and I'm going to speak up for the last of my days. And I'm applauding him. Oh, I'm crying, I'm watching him on TV because I feel that way. How many people get to their graveside bed and say, I wish I'd done something for my environment, for my fellow man while I had all that time? What did I do? I wasted it on TV. I watched my life away. I blamed everybody else and I felt pity. I felt sorry for myself instead of saying, hang on, if I get out there I might be able to give my fellow man a break. I might be able to instill an idea in someone's head that gives them a positive perspective, gives them hope for the future. Cowards run away every day. There's cowards run away from responsibility. They go and get drunk. They prefer to go and get drunk. That's why I'm with Nuclear Free Australia and Australian Marijuana Party. Cannabis Research Foundation, we started off. We've been saying it for so many years, I've forgotten how long now. When I was a young man, we used to be able to buy marijuana for $35 an ounce. We dreamed of the day when it would be freely available, that people would be able to walk into a shop and buy it if they were too lazy to grow their own. They could get it from some cigarette company over the counter. You beauty, thank you Jesus. Thank you Jesus for legalising marijuana. I said the other day to someone, someone here, I said, do you know what would make me the happiest and proudest person in the world? If I was the man who got to legalise marijuana, my Lord, I'd be happy. I reckon I might even get a bit in reward. And it's been a drought for a long time, I won't lie. But seriously, I don't care anymore about anything you've got here. It's all past to me. Because if I'm not living and bringing up children on a kibbutz in the promised land when we're smoking marijuana, we're all equals and we know it because we're all working for the common good, the common destiny of all of us. Oh, that's the power and the glory. That's not something you say when you go into Parliament. My thy will be done, thy kingdom come, and then lie to the people. That's why in the Bible he refers to the leaders as the great pretenders. They're liars because they haven't got a vision for the future. They're making it up as they go along based on the past. And if you have a look, in 100 years they've brought more harm to the environment than in all of history. And they're basing their future for you on that 100 years of progress. Progress, not progress. They're 2 minutes from doomsday and they call it progress. Call them the liar, the great pretender. Be truthful to yourself at least. And when you're alone in those quiet hours, don't be afraid to ask for some help. We all are honest enough to say we need help from time to time.
I went to America in 75 and I can remember seeing
Well, when I left,
That's his own content. That's his own content. I feel that if that's true, if we're pointing at someone here in rebuke for their drinking, I'll say to them, give it up straight away and smoke marijuana. Give up that evil demon rum and smoke that beautiful marijuana, that herb. I explained in a courtroom one time to a judge, I said, Your Honour, bullshit, Your Honour. Marijuana's not a drug of addiction, it's a herb. An herb. And I said I wasn't selling it. I was helping my friends procure some herb. I wasn't a pusher, Your Honour, I was being a friend. When's the last time you shouted your mate to the pub, Your Honour, if you have any? I swear I'm not afraid to say anything to anyone, anytime, anywhere. Under the fear of death, I'm not afraid to die. I don't care any one jot about this world, not one bit.
this world is an illusion.
Until they give me back what they stole from me when they burst into my home and took my wife and child under their great terror of, you pusher, you. And not only did they do it once, they did it every second day for month after month after month.
Where'd you hide the stash?
I'll tell you another story. Here's another story about your federal police. These beauties, these corkers, these snorters, who drop kids into jail on the death sentence in Bali because they want to do something about drugs. They blame everything on drugs. They've got kids out here on the street who can't get welfare. They can't even afford to get to a job interview to fill all those requirements and they're not given any support by Jack Diddley from anyone. And then they turn around because they become criminals and